Simon Baker here, who is a craniosacral therapist based in London, who had tinnitus himself and now specialises with other people with tinnitus, helping them let go of this. And just really to ask you, how did you become a craniosacral therapist? What brought you into this profession?
I mean, it was a bit of a moment in my life where I'd been looking for actually a new profession because been working in music for such a long time, and I wasn't quite sure what that new profession was. And I was going around the houses with lots of different things, and it was only when I first started getting treatment for my own tinnitus that a light bulb moment came above my head. Once I'd been doing that for quite a while, and the person that I was treating me became almost like a mentor for me, really. And he put me on a new life path, and just one day something said to me that I wanted to get into that kind of work and start helping people. And I knew a lot of people in the music industry and my industry that were suffering from tinnitus and other conditions, not just tinnitus. And I wanted to get into to help those people.
So how do you help? I mean, cranial work, how does it help people with tinnitus?
I mean, it's about bringing them down to a more balanced state, which in turn brings their nervous system down to a more balanced state, which softens conditions and softens things that are going on around the body. So once somebody has had a few sessions of cranial, as well as doing other things for themselves, if somebody's having cranial once a week but they're going out on a weekend and taking a lot of drugs, for example, it's not necessarily going to be the most beneficial thing for them. So when I'm giving somebody a treatment, we'll talk about lifestyle changes, we'll talk about different things, self-soothing, what they can do to help themselves away from the cranio session.
So you give them quite a lot of advice on things to do after
I
the
do,
session?
Exactly that. And, such as meditation, do you do yoga, do you do Tai Chi? These different things that all keep you in a more balanced state. Or if the tinnitus is peaking, for example, they can do sort of quick self-help exercises. We also do some CBT stuff. I work with CBT as well, so all these things combined, really. But the cranio is the number one, because the cranio sessions are bringing somebody down to a more balanced place that they didn't always recognise was there. And once they're in this place, their brain starts to like that place and it wants to be there more. So
you help drop people into very deep states of calm.
Exactly, yeah.
And you can you feel the buzzy charge?
Yeah,
in their system?
I mean, I can usually feel it at the feet when as soon as I touch the feet, it's like it's like electric. So if somebody comes into me that's quite sceptical about the work that we do, I'll often ask as soon as we put my hands on the body as to what they can feel.
And when you're working around the temporal area, can you kind of feel a buzzy charge?
Yeah, there are lots of buzzy charges around here because this is where the auditory nerves are, as you well know. So I work a lot around the temporals, and also around the parietals as well. And
have you had clients who've experienced tinnitus backing right off?
I had a client this week who didn't hear it while I was doing the treatment, actually, and she was a bit blown away by that. But it was obviously they go off and then they start thinking about the tinnitus again, and it comes back. But it's the fact that they had a quiet moment. So what I have to try and explain is that if they've had a quiet moment, then they can have more quiet moments.
Exactly. Great, thank you.